Hello and welcome to Be Muscle. My name is Luke Melville and today we are covering the heel elevated squats for the My Way series. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Always. Before I get into this, the exercises I did just before the Smith squats today was 5 sets of calves and 4 sets of leg extensions. Okay, so I got blood in the quads ready for this. The reason why I do heel elevated is to target more of the quads and less of sort of the hamstrings really and the lower back. The reason for the close legs as well is to enhance more quad activation than glutes and hamstrings. Okay, so the closer your legs, the more quads you're going to use. I also go for a high bar squat as well. This is basically because the heel elevated squats. Basically my back's quite upright, so there's no need for a low bar. A high bar just means higher up on your shoulders. A low bar just means down to your lower traps, kind of shoulder blade area. My main focus for this is feeling the quads for the entire movement. Okay, so we'll get into it. The first one, I think this bar on the Smith machine is literally 2 kg, so I can't just do the bar on its own. So we'll stick a 20 kg plate each side, and we just go for a couple of slow reps and fast reps basically. This is the lightest weight we start off on. Again, we just want to make sure all the muscles we're trying to target are feeling good. When a light weight feels light, you know it's going to be a good start to the session. Again, no equipment at this stage, it's just literally just feeling the right muscles. Then I put on a 10 kg plate on top of that, so we're 30 kilos each side. Again, we're still warming up. The main focus on this next one is basically the control. So we always want to control the weight down, feeling all the weight in the quads, and then powering up as fast as we can. So it's all in the quads, this movement. I really enjoy this sort of especially the heel elevated. It really does bring out more, quad use. It's kind of similar, mimicking a hack squat in a way with a back support. So, and then we go on to 40 kilos each side. And again, this one, as the weight gets heavier, it's all about just keeping the core nice and tight. You'll notice me do a deep breath in before we begin. My chest is always up, lifted up. And again, it's nice and slow control down, feeling the quads, hit the bottom and powering back up. Again, just, quite a few warm-up sets before leading to the main weight. You don't need to do a load of reps either. It's just feeling the weight as you go. I quite like this as an alternative to the hack squat or even barbell squats. Normally when I barbell squat, my legs are actually quite wide when it's just natural for my hips. So this is another way just to target your quads. And then we've got the 50 kg each side. Next warm up. We've got the belt on for this one. Again, it's probably more of a mindset thing, but it just keeps the core a bit tighter, makes you feel more stronger. And again, exactly the same. Nice control down, feeling the quads the entire movement, and then powering up as we go. So the first rep, you always notice the weight. And then the second rep always feels easier just because the body has adjusted to the weight. For the main set, which is coming up now, the wraps are now on for me. This is, again, they're not essential to use. It's just a little bit of protection for the knees. And again, it's purely probably a mindset thing, really. When I have them on, I just feel, again, a little bit tighter around the knees, a little bit stronger as well. I am going to be selling these on my website. I think they're actually live now on there. I've gone for a black and yellow themed strap, so if you are interested in some, head over to bemuscle.com. But yeah, this is going to be the main set. I always aim for about 10 reps on this. I think next week I'll probably go up just a little bit on this. Belt wise as well, you want to make sure it's tight but not sort of non-breathable tight, if you know what I mean. Make sure, obviously, everything is perfect before you lift. Hand positioning on the bar is key as well. You don't want to be arms out too wide if you feel like your core's weaker. So keep everything nice and tight. Bar goes on the back. And there we go. Adjust the feet positioning if needed. We keep everything nice and strong. The first rep is the most important rep, okay? So technique's important. It's the controlling down and the power up part. After the first rep, you sort of get a gauge of what the set's going to be like. I'm always aiming for around 8 to 10 reps. Normally around the sort of the 5-6 mark, where you can get a load in a row, and then eventually a pause in to get a breather. This was actually quite a good set. Must be managing the breathing. Again, it's all controlling in the quads and power up. If you've got a strong core, the body should stay the same the whole time, and it's just literally in the hips and quads. When pushing down through the feet, ironically, you just want to think of pushing through the front of the foot, and the heels were actually just go along with the press. Just remember, when setting up as well, your feet don't need to be dead straight. They can be angled out fractionally. This just allows a little bit of external rotation in the hips. So for me, obviously, we've done all the warm-ups. We've done one main set, and now we do a back-off set. So altogether, there's only 2 main sets, really. If you have a high-intensity leg session, you only need to do 2 sets. There's no point doing any more where you may physically can't if your intensity is quite high. But this back-off are basically taking a 10-kilo plate off each side. And my aim for this one is always to get around 14 to 16 reps. This one, I believe I managed to get 16, but it is very hard at the end. You get yourself into a mental place where you think, oh no, I'm not going to do it, I'll probably just get 14, and then eventually just push through and grind. You'll see how this set goes. Again, weight feels nice and easy at the start, and it's all about the breathing. These back-off sets are more cardio sets, and they're more mental sets as well. Everything's more in the mind, especially when it gets tougher. I think I had probably about 2 minutes rest in between. Normally I have sort of a 3-4 minute rest. So I was feeling the quad straight away on this. But again, it's the breathing. It's a deep breath in. Remember, before you start, keep the core tight. Really slow down. Lift with the chest and breathe out. You can make a noise if you're getting angry. If you notice, when the reps do get a little bit tougher, you can notice the back is not as straight as the first couple of reps. However, if I did do a rep and I did feel my back slightly round than normal, I would just rack. I wouldn't bother doing another rep. So I would only do another rep if everything was 100% spot on, and it's just a mental challenge. And there we go. Okay, and just to finish, we're just going to go over a few key points. Okay, so if you do try this exercise, which hopefully you do, just a few key points for you. So first one is you must manage your breathing. Okay, just remember, deep breaths to keep the core tight, and especially those back off sets where there's a lot of reps, you must manage your breathing. Okay, the more your breathing is managed, the more reps you'll do. Okay, alongside obviously a mental game as well. Feel the quads from the start to the end. Again, this comes down to control. So the more control you have, the more muscle you will use. Okay, so the more control, the more muscle. Again, especially that slow negative part, make sure it's nice and slow and feel your quads. Keep a tight core. Okay, so always lift the rib cage, keep the chest high. Again, deep breath in, especially before you're about to go down on the rep. Keep everything really tight and strong, and then come up as fast as you can to breathe out. And always keep practicing. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.